guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Talkinsen. It's me, Ogechi. Welcome. How are you guys doing today? Hope you're having a lovely day, a wonderful summer, okay? Because we are now in summer in Britain, so I hope you guys are having a wonderful time so far. Hello viewers, my name is Ogechi and this channel is called Talkinsen. And here I call my people, or people that view me and subscribe to me, personally like me and like my channel or what it's about, I call them my talkies. And that talkies represents people who are able to think critically, have some level of self-perspective of themselves, have confidence, and those who are not afraid to share their opinion and just enjoy life. Basically, if you think I represent you, then you're a talkie. That's really what it is. Okay, and if you represent any aspect of my channel or what you think my personality and who I am about, then you're a talkie. So yeah, welcome to all my talkies. Welcome to Talkinsen. It's me, Ogechi. Welcome. And to any returning subscribers, how lovely it is to see you once again. And if you are just a first-time viewer, welcome. I hope you have a wonderful time watching this video, and that you stick around by subscribing, liking this video, and sharing with your friends, okay? And that goes to you who are my returning viewers or subscribers. Please subscribe and view. Please make sure you view this thing to the end. I need to increase my watch time, okay, so I can get monetized. So in case you don't know, I was monetized before, but due to circumstances I stopped shooting video and then got demonetized, and now I'm seeking to get my monetization up again by the end of this year. So if you're a true talkie, if you're someone that wants to become a talkie and you want to see this girl progress and grow, then it's up to you to view my videos to a very good watch time. At least 5 minutes and above is good, okay? So on that note, let's begin this video. So this video is a video that I've wanted to do. I was meant to do this like sometime in May, but I didn't get to do it. However, it's never too late, so I'm doing it now. It is a self-care video. As you can see from the title, it's a self-care video, and this video is particular to those who are above 30s, if better anything like towards your late 30s, because I feel like when you're in your early 30s still behave in the similar ways of like late 20s and stuff like that, but when you're above 30 years old, in terms of like towards your late 30s, then this video is really for you. Now, what am I going to say first of all? So you guys have seen in multiple accounts in channels, especially if you're someone that is into self-care and looks and maintenance, looks like that, where people have shown you multiple products, different ways you can look after yourself and different things you can do. So I, like you, watch them. I observe, I take the ones that I want to take, leave the ones that I don't want to take. I mean, I've never really been influenced to say to purchase much of the products, but at least to look into them. The only product I have been influenced to purchase has been retinol, and I'll talk about that later on. I think it's very important to look into it. So trust me, if you are going to your late 30s or early 30s, I think it's very important to look into retinols. I don't really think it's necessary when you're in your 20s, because your skin is not suffering from so much. Unless you have skin conditions or issues, then you can always use them. But I'll talk about retinol a bit later. So this self-care is for adult self-care, okay? So what I say here, you're no longer a child, so your self-care and body care routine shouldn't be the same and should adjust to your mature nature. So basically, the things that I did in my late 20s are not what I'm doing now, and foundations are going to always be foundations, so nothing that will ever take out making sure you shower and exfoliate first. That is always going to be the foundation. But there are certain things that follows after the key basic self-cares that no one is really pointing to, or how to do it properly, which this video will help you know. I have made some notes, so if I look down, please know that I'm looking at my notes, okay? So the self-care, the first thing I'll put first of all is talk about products, okay? So before I even begin with products, self-care is not a marathon. Self-care is not a competition. Self-care, I think the key word that you need to take there is self. Self means you, your individual way of caring for yourself. Okay? your individual way of caring for yourself that works for your skin, that works for you. So note that self-care is not a competition, is not a case of, oh, this thing's working for this person, then I must adopt it. No, you just need to know what works for you. It's not a bad thing to try different things, but it's very important that you now start thinking carefully of what you use on your skin. Okay, so I say, first of all, when you find a product that works, stick to it. Why are you doing too much? You've been using different products for a number of years in your life, and you finally found one that works. Why are you doing so much? Stick to it, okay? Stick to the ones that work. Stick to the product that work. So that's the first thing I say, because it is what your skin has started to reap and benefit from. Don't use multiple products to throw off all the things that it has worked for, okay? So when you experience a new product, rather than throwing away the old one, especially if it works, why not see how you can incorporate it? Okay, see how you can incorporate it into your own routine, what you can switch up. Maybe rather than using it on a daily, you can use it in between certain days or certain times in your routine, okay, in your self-care routine. Stick to what works. This is not a case of, at this age or at this period, this is, as I mentioned, upwards. It doesn't matter if you're in your 50s or 60s. What you find well works, stick to it. Keep it simple and short. There's no need for you to have, I see that every single time, but then I realize most of the people I see it in their videos are people that are in their 20s or just early 30s, or maybe those people that are much younger, like 18, 19, they have multiple products in their thing. I think as someone that has grown and understood her skin and what it needs and what it flourishes with, there is no need for me to have multiple products in one thing. I can try different things, but I just keep it simple, and it always works every time. So keep it simple, okay? Okay, if you are doing your shower routine, okay, it doesn't have to be tasking. I saw a video where they did a thing about like, oh, you're following a routine, doing all this type of thing, and the girl was burnt out. Why? There is no, I don't even understand what makes you feel burnt out. It's because you're incorporating too many things. That's what makes you feel burnt out. There's a girl I saw when they were interviewing her. They said, okay, what is it that a man can do for you in terms of I think in return to maintenance and stuff like that, that will make you stay and just make you look after you. She said nothing, no, just bar soap is fine. She said bar soap is fine, just bar soap. Literally, when it comes to all the nitty gritty, just bar soap has always been fine. Literally, the only thing that what has improved anyway is that these bar soaps are no longer just bar soap without a good smell. Now most of them do have really good smells. Okay, so bar soap is just fine. Trust me, when we strip all these things that we're doing in terms of self-care, bar soap has always been the winner. It's like Vaseline. Vaseline will always win. Vaseline will always win, okay? Basics will always be there, okay? Stick to them, okay? So that's the first thing you need to do. So if you find, like, for example, I have found a shower, what do you call it? Shower gel or shower stuff that helps with my skin, and I stuck to them. I have not moved. Literally, no retreat, no surrender. Stick to that brand, okay? Because I know their formula works on my skin loves their formula. Doesn't mean I don't go around and use other people's one, but that's once in a while. It's not every time. Sometimes I only buy like new products or new brand or different brand when I'm going on holiday, just to try out, just, you know, like that feeling of, oh, I'm trying out something, going on holiday, stuff like that. Literally, that's it. Stick to what it works, okay? It doesn't have to be tasking. Okay, if you start feeling like you're doing a lot of tasks, I mentioned, that means you're doing too much, okay? Keep it simple, especially during the busy week. During the weekdays, keep it simple and short, and focus maybe your key self-care stuff on weekends. And if you think, okay, that would not work for me, and you still want to incorporate it during the week, why not choose days of the week that you will do this, your full body self-care? rather than doing it early in the morning where you need to rush out, why not try and do it in the night if you're the type that takes your bath in the night? And if not, okay, how about think of yourself like midweek? Okay, you can do certain things midweek. I'll tell you, I'm not just giving you this advice, I'll tell you what I do also, so that you know that I am also listening to myself when I give you this advice. I have done self-care, I've done some of these things, and every time I try different things or different methods or different things like that, my basics always been the one that works. And when I review and overview my own ways of doing things so that I find out what works for me. So that's the thing. As I mentioned, if you feel like it's been tasking, that means you're using a lot of products, so use less product. So for example, I'll give you, before I even continue with other points I have made, so let me give you an example. So I have body products that I personally prefer to use, and I'll tell you how I got to make sure that my body products looks like this. Okay, this is my own routine. Listen, before I share this thing, please do like this video, because I think that's a way of you showing appreciation for what I am doing and what I'm saying to you guys. Okay, like this video. That's the first thing you need to do now. Honestly, I'll give you 1 minute. Alright, 30 seconds. Like this video. Okay, like it, share, subscribe now. So let me tell you how I have developed my own self-care routine. First of all, when I have been watching all these products or people that do self-care things, just something about their thing never resonates. Okay, it just didn't click with me, because I felt like it was sometimes everywhere and anywhere without really addressing the skin things that I wanted to address in my own body. So the first thing that I reviewed and thought about was, first, what do I want for my skin? What do I want for my own self? First thing I really do like about myself is my skin tone. I like the multiple layers and dimensions they have. And so I said to myself, I want to do things that maintains me on that skin tone level. So the first thing I did was think, how am I going to do this? So I said to myself, if you notice my skin, it has some sort of yellowish, orange, brown, things, all those things have undertone or physical, not just undertone, it's just some, it's what is physical also. Okay, so basically I decided, do you know what? I'm going to, as much as possible, as much as it's in my control, find products that are pertaining to this. So the products that I use either have an orange stuff to it, or look orange in a way, or yellowish in a way. Okay, so in that way it helps maintain my skin tone. Okay, that's what I did. So once I found those products that did that, I was no longer using multiple things. So basically that means the basis of everything that I use has to have some sort of yellowish thing to it. I'm not talking about coloring only, I'm talking about like something is made out of, so for example, orange. Okay, something has an orange extract to it, maybe it has a banana stuff to it, maybe it has although I haven't gotten, but I did have banana for my hair at one point, but that's another story for another day. But I don't think it really matters for head so much, more or less for skin tone, skin. So anyways, yeah, so I made sure everything that I had at the time, to my best ability, has that thing to it. Oil. So I know my skin likes oil, therefore I stuck to oil for my care. And then even though I can use cream, I always have to make sure that oil is my base before I start with cream, just like how every one of you is doing. But my thing is, I'm intent on the type of oil that I use, in that every oil I have must have an orange something in it. Okay, because I like that orange aspect. See that burnt orange or wild orange, I don't care. Even it has maybe lemon, no problem, but it has, lemon is more of a brightening, that's why I look into it. But it has to have some sort of orangey thing to it, and it has to look yellow or orange in some way. So those key basic things that has to go on my skin first has to match that, and then that's how I progressed. And then finally, another thing, I looked at another skin issue I was experiencing. I had different what do you call it, It's not even dark, just dark spots in different places, not necessarily out of let's say pimple or anything like that. It just was a little bit too much. So I said to myself, again, what am I going to use to address this? And then rather than just finding any bar soap, which I can't and I've used them, I now go for bar soaps that either has the orange on the orange, like it's made out something, it's just orange in color, I don't care what it's made out, but it has that, but it's antibacterial, you get, and that has helped my skin clear off. So these are the things that I've done, okay? So this is why I was talking about products. So it's important to find products that works for you, stick to it. And then one thing is, once you have the basics of your thing, anything that goes on top of it doesn't really take off your skin that you've already worked on. So that's really my own thing. So then let's talk about routine, because I'm going to go into routine soon. So before I go into routine, I talked about making sure your thing is kept simple. What I said during the middays. So for me, I do most of my self-care now on Saturdays, because let's say if I'm working during the week, I keep it on Saturdays. But in that, I don't want a Saturday to be too, like, let me know when they say full body self-care. Yeah, I do mostly on Saturdays, if not only on Saturdays, to be honest. So, but I don't do everything on a Saturday. Let's say, for example, if I do some sort of scrub exfoliating this Saturday, the next Saturday I do let's say dry brushing or any form of other skin form of exfoliation. The reason why is because I don't want my skin to dry out from all these things that you do, because sometimes if you do too much, it can actually lead to skin dry out. And then in midday, so usually I do I know some people do their face scrub every day. I used to do that, but then that's because I wanted to finish off that product. Really, it was fine, it worked, but it was a case of I didn't want to always have to have my skin feel that dry, my face dry out like that. You need to understand your skin condition. So what I did was now only exfoliate my face on Saturdays, along with other things that I do. And then during, actually just 2 weeks ago, I thought to myself, okay, actually rather than just living just on Saturdays, I actually can do something in between. So now I incorporate it now back into my week, rather than doing every day, and I do it on Wednesday. So that's, again, let's say if you have a fit day, my fit day could be like every 2 weeks. So I exfoliate my feet. It could be to my best ability before I do proper pedicure. Okay, but I already have my timetable for self-care, so don't worry about that one. So I have my proper timetable for self-care. It's really important to do that. Have a plan, self-care plan. You can go to Pinterest. You can find different self-care plan. I'll try and attach some. Okay, and yeah, just plan your own self-care when you're going to do it. And one thing I discovered, once you have a plan for your skin follows through. So literally, if I didn't do something during that week, my skin I feel it a little bit, especially because I have developed the routine and my skin has become used to it. So I hope that helps. So don't forget to like this video. So that's what I was talking about. Now let's go into routine advice then. I now have to wash my hair more regular than I used to. This is what I'm talking about. You need to make sure that you follow these things, right? So when condition change, you change with your condition. So in this situation now, I wash my hair every 3 days, okay, to 1 week. And what I discovered through this routine is that your head can, and that also literally my head was skin like scalp, okay, initially. So I know some people would think that because you have a bald head, you don't need to wash your head with or your scalp with shampoo, but don't be deceived. I always wash my hair with shampoo. Always, even if you're on bald head, wash your hair with soap or shampoo, whichever one you use. Don't neglect that, okay? Your head still needs that cleansing. Remember, it's skin, okay? Your scalp is skin, remember that. So yeah, so this is what I've learned. So and then also there is no need to wash your hair every day. That is just ripping things out of your head, because what you're doing is not allowing the products that you've used for your hair to work. You haven't even given it time, okay? So that's what I discovered. So that 3 days, okay, to the maximum a week, okay, at least with this type of hair I have now. So if you have similar hair to me, that could be something that works for you. But again, you know your hair issue. With every advice I have given here, you remember I said, first of all, I looked into my own life and asked what works, what will work for me, because what will work for me may not work for you, okay? I looked at my own skin related issues, conditions and needs, and decided what works for me. The same way now I've also learned about my hair conditions and needs, and uncovering and discovering what works for it, and then following suit, okay? So I think if you go past 3 days, I find that they start seeing the build up, okay? If you build up of products on your head, but again, I think if you have hair that you need to wash every often, then 1 week is maximum enough to have to wash the hair to avoid scalp issues and also smell, okay? So another thing is that washing your hair, okay, I've already talked about it. So it allows the nutrients for the products that you've used to work thoroughly with your hair, or at least get used to it. So that's the advice I've given. So let me continue again to help. Okay, I've already mentioned other things I have talked about, mentioning tone and stuff like that. Now let's talk about scent. Again, I am not really a person that is too big on scent of my product, but I don't like my shower thing to be too strong, my shower gel to be too strong of a smell, okay? Because it's especially not every day at least. So hence why I say Nivea, because I like that fact their thing is not too strong. It still is there, it's subtle, it works. You can still smell nice, fresh. That's what I like, the cleanliness of it. It's really quite nice, the one I find. They have different mixtures. You can find ones that work for you. There are ones that I use that makes you feel absolutely luxurious, okay? And I discovered this one on my birthday. Not birthday, when I was traveling to, I forgot, Malta, I think, yeah. So when I was traveling to Malta, I discovered that they actually have a product called that is coconut and jojoba, something like that, mixed together. So that literally smelled like heaven, and yeah, it smelled really good. So I use it, and I use that occasionally. There are another brand, I think that one is a Scottish brand. I think you can also use them. They smell nice. So basically, most of these things I'm saying is that once you find a product that works for you, you can always incorporate maybe additional things in between, so as not to throw off your own routine and your body start acting up. So yeah, use that one, or you can also use other things. Really just follow what works for you in terms of scent. That's what I'm talking about. If you just want that scent thing, then that would work. And then if you want to maintain scent as well, your body oil and your body cream should have some sort of scent that you want to maintain throughout. As I mentioned, I'm not the type of person that is particular on scent, but recently I think I've always wanted to actually maybe have one signature scent that is like this. You know, when someone goes by, this is your scent. I know people who are like, no, that's your own thing. You know, like when you say this is someone's clothes, this is someone that, yeah. I mean, it's not that I don't have, I always prefer my own body scent. I no joke. That's why I'm not really too big on scents. I always prefer my own body scent. So that's why I'm not too big on it. However, as I've grown older, it's more of aesthetics, not necessarily for a need. Yeah, I just want to maybe have like where I have one signature scent, but I'm yet to find what my signature scent really is, or what I really want to stay on. Yeah, so that's it. Another thing, I think I've really covered everything, to be honest. Okay, because everything else I've written here is something I've already said prior. So remember to moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. I don't think anyone can. I don't even care where you come from, what skin type of race you belong. If you don't moisturize your body, all the things that you are doing is just almost like in waste, in the way I see it. If you're not the type that like to moisturize your skin with let's say oil or cream, there are other ways you can moisturize your skin, and I'll give you this as your expo. And expo is a way of saying I'm giving this thing to you as a secret, so that you know it helps you. Make sure you moisturize your skin. Follow the things that you advise, other advice if you listen. But if you do not like the feeling of oil and what do you call it, cream on your skin, the heaviness of it, find the ones that are light. If you can't find the ones that are light, you can do this. I do this as well. The days I do not want to have anything on my skin, like start rubbing oil or cream, what I do is, you can do this if you want. If you don't want, it's not a problem. Use shower oil, basically. Use shower oil, or basically use oil, spray oil or oil that you have, and then rub it on your skin. This is the step you can do after your shower exfoliated with whatever you use to exfoliate, whether African sponge or whatever you want to call it. Once you finish exfoliating your skin with or buffer or loofah, whichever one you have, once you finish exfoliating and you washed out the residue of your shower oil or bar soap, whichever one you use, the double cleansing is good as well, but don't do it every day. Do it, as I mentioned, I think for me, I find if I do it every day, it can almost dry out my skin. So I'll say do it every in between the week, maybe as I mentioned every 3 days. Or but when I feel like my body needs it every week, I will do it. That again, I listen to my body for that. So you can always do the double cleansing of bar soap and then shower gel, but I personally don't think that is necessary. I think you can use shower gel twice. So first you let the water sink into your body. Okay, this is me giving you a little bit more than I wanted to, but yeah, first of all, before you go in and start using body shower or any other products, let the water be the one to wash out your skin, because that is the way your body getting used to what you're about to do, accepting it, opening up the pores and able to receive what you're about to give to it. Okay, and yeah, so basically, let's say at that point your body is now ready for the food that you want to give it in terms of products you're going to use on it. And yeah, not just run this, and then just use your bare palm and rub on your skin as you wash your water. Now this is good when you have time, but if you don't have time, my dear, you may need to skip some steps. Okay, but I never skip that step because that's how I grew up, that's how I was baited, and that's how I still bait. Okay, so yeah, rub on your thing and then introduce the bar soap if you're going to use bar soap. And then I don't really use it with body scrub. I just bar soap on its own. I don't use it with loofah or anything like that because I want it to work on the gel, and then wash it off and then go in with your shower gel. Does that make sense? Yeah, so go in your shower gel and then rinse that off. Once you finish rinsing it off, and you do not want to put oil or thing, either use shower oil that is already provided, okay, by rubbing it on your skin and just letting it do its work, or use oil, body oil, and then rub it on your skin and then use water to wash it off. I'll tell you what, when you leave the shower and then dry yourself, you realize the thing is still working. Trust me, it's not that serious. So in that way, you avoid the whole thing of having to have oil on your skin. You wouldn't even feel the effect of it. All you feel is refreshing, fresh. Okay, but that doesn't mean you didn't rub oil. Note I didn't say use go and use soap to wash it out again. I said just rub the oil on your skin thoroughly and then use oil, maybe warm water to wash it off. If you still feel a little bit sticky and things like that, then sorry, my thing fell off, so I'm rounding off anyway. So if you missed anything, I think I said don't use soap to wash it off. However, if you feel like I don't really want this, like for example, if you're using a thick and dense oil and you don't really like the stickiness of it on your skin, you can then use just light either body shower oil that is very light, or just because body shower oil is kind of soapy, okay, that's why it's light and things like that. That's why I recommend it if you want to really wash off anything. Or use small shower gel, rub it on your skin and then just rub it off, okay, just almost like your shower, what's it called, using it as water to wash off your thing, but don't wash it off too much. In that way you're fine, okay. Your skin still received what it needs to receive. The only difference is that you didn't do it after shower. That's it. And then you can just dry yourself and keep it shifting. But honestly, do try and make sure that your skin is not showing flakiness in terms of showing that I really need. There's sometimes when you're, depending on your skin, if you really have a dry skin, your skin will tell you that by its doings, you know. So please apply maybe hand cream, you know, especially places where people see, and your feet as well, stuff like that. You will see yourself looking, your skin will improve. All these things I'm telling you, if you follow this advice, your skin will improve. As the only thing, have you noticed I didn't mention use multiple products? All I said is exfoliate. Even in exfoliation, you don't need body scrub to exfoliate. Your exfoliation is fine if you don't want to use body scrub. But as an adult, I think it's really good. I've discovered it, so I think it's good in some ways, but not every day now. It's not every day. Don't let no one fool you that. For me, as I meant, once a week, for me, for body scrub, and then that dry brushing every other the next week. So that means in between, I'm doing dry brushing. Okay, so that's every 2 weeks. If you can look at it, that's my own. As I mentioned, you know your skin. Follow your skin. Oh. However, if you follow my advice and by listening to your skin and knowing what it needs and being consistent in your routine and following it, I promise you, this is not me bluffing, this is me making you a sure promise that your skin will not only improve in its texture, it will not only improve in its appearance, it will not only improve in its feel, okay? You will start noticing it, your other people will start complimenting it. In fact, let's just use the word, you will glow up, okay, like you've never done before. And finally, if you do want, this video is not for brightening of skin, obviously I'm not talking about that, because I think even if you do all these things, your skin will brighten up normally to a normal level. But if you're wanting extra glow, there are products that are for that. You can just do those ones as well. But for this one, this is what I call basic hygiene, self-care and routine as an adult that will help you in life. Once again, I say, if you feel like there are too many steps in your routine, reduce it. There is no need to use multiple products. Keep looking for one that works. How would you know that? It's first of all asking yourself, what do my skin need? What do I want to achieve with my skin? And things like that. And follow suit. Okay? Thank you so much for listening. I hope this video helps you. Okay? And in being much of a better you, see. Yeah, and then that's it really. Thank you so much, and yeah, take care. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you like this video. Okay, signing off. Talkinsen.